Did you know kids have baskets inside of their head? Well, that's according to some of the best thinkers in the world of children's spirituality. Here's the concept. As children journey in their faith, they're adding what they hear and think about God into this mental basket of God thoughts. So these researchers discovered that kids know tons of stuff about God, but they didn't necessarily put it together just yet. So they've got this collection of truths and thoughts and experiences about God. And many of these thoughts and experiences and truths, they go together, but kids aren't necessarily cognitively ready to do that just yet. So if kids are adding to this basket, but they can't put them all together just yet, what are we to do? Well, I think it's two things. First, we are to be good God basket contributors, so that as children journey and experience, they can continue to pull from this basket of God thoughts to work out their salvation, as it says in Philippians chapter 2. Second, we're to add to the good God basket through preaching and teaching and discipleship and serving and modeling and intentionally being people who add to this God basket. Second, we need to be looking for the movement of the Holy Spirit in the lives of kids. Kids have all these thoughts in this basket, right? And then at different times, I believe, prompted by the Holy Spirit and by the things that are going on in their lives, they begin to interact with the things in this basket. So let's change it to a toy box instead of a basket. When kids begin to play in the toy box of God thoughts, we sit down on the floor with them and we play with them. Now, when you imagine or play with a child, you don't tell them how to play or imagine. You let them lead. But you also be a leader in that play. So when a child tries to stuff the arm of a Lego man into the bottom of a Lego block, you step in and you say, oh, no, let's not do that. That arm's going to get stuck, and then we won't be able to use it anymore. When a child tries to build a tower that goes straight up and it inevitably falls over, you are there to help them pick it up and figure out how to build a wider base to make the tower stronger. So you don't dictate the play, but you do have a very important role in teaching and learning during the play. It's the same for the God toy box as it is in our lives. As kids are working out their salvation, interacting with the different things that they know, the things that they've heard, the things they feel about God, we are there, not to necessarily control them, but to guide them and to help them avoid the things that are harmful and to help them discover how to build a firm foundation of faith in God. So, what does this look like practically? When I was studying to be a pastor, my God toy box was growing rapidly, and it was wonderful. I remember at one point, in a rather deep conversation I was having, I asked a basic question that I honestly had never asked before. I said, did Jesus even need to die on the cross? Now, my leader had a couple choices right here. He could have said, well, of course he did. That's silly to ask that. Yes, Jesus had to die on the cross. Or he could say, that's a good question. What do you think? He did the second option, and I started to explore for myself, did Jesus need to die on the cross? Now, throughout our conversation and the exploration, he helped me to see and to avoid some rather big errors in my thinking. And I have a stronger and more personal understanding, a connection to why Jesus died on the cross, because of what he did. And it's because of this leader that this leader did not dictate my play, but he joined me in it and walked with me. Our role with children is to do the same, to be good God box contributors, so that the things that we give them that are in their box, they need to be true and helpful and transformative. And then as the Spirit moves, we are ready. We climb down on the floor with the children and we play with them as they discover and are transformed by their God. And that's our prayer, that God would give us wisdom to walk this spiritual journey with our kids.